What's up? I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the Kingston MobileLite Wireless Reader for iOS devices. One of the biggest headaches for any Apple product is that they have rather limited memory. This can be a problem if you've got a lot of media, but you also try to save money by getting one of the smaller 16GB versions. That means that every movie, song, photo, or file that you add to that product takes away precious storage space, thereby restricting the number of apps that you can have and also forcing you to micromanage the product, sometimes on a daily basis. Apple's been somewhat silent on this problem, but Kingston, no stranger to storage or memory needs, decided to handle the issues for Apple users by introducing the MobileLite Wireless Reader. Should you get this portable device to handle all of your storage needs? Let's find out. The MobileLite Wireless Reader is a portable memory card reader that can read and access both USB and SD memory cards. That covers SD, SDHC, SDXC, and even microSD cards via the included card adapter. The device comes with two separate ports on either end, with a USB 2.0 port and an SD card slot, as well as a micro USB port for power. The reader packs an 1800 mAh battery on board that's rated to provide up to 5 hours of life on a single charge, and is also designed to transmit wirelessly up to 3 separate files to 3 different devices at the same time. It packs 802.11 and N Wi-Fi functionality with WPA2 wireless security as well, with most of the reader's functionality being accessed by the free app found on the App Store. One of the first things to take note of with the MobileLite Wireless Reader is its design. The device is about the size of a deck of cards or an iPhone in a case and is barely noticeable with a weight of 98 grams. This means that you can throw it into your pocket along with your phone and you won't be concerned that you don't have the space for both items. There have been some subtle adjustments between the beta version of the reader as well, with the elimination of the microSD card slot on the device. It's a subtle change, since its removal reduces the number of sources of media instantly available and searchable on the drive by 1, but it's also a wise decision. There really isn't a need to dedicate a port solely to microSD cards. It lets Kingston reduce the chances that something could get stuck in that space accidentally during transit, as well as limits the ports that could fail over time. Plus, with the inclusion of an SD adapter, you can quickly and easily swap microSD cards in a matter of seconds. In fact, the hot swappable nature of the MobileLite Wireless is one of its largest advantages as a storage and media device. Any card or USB stick that you insert into the reader is recognized by its app and is immediately accessible to any device within its range. If you remove a stick, it drops off of the app menu, clearing room for its replacement. Considering that you can't swap out storage of an iPhone, iPod, or iPad, the advantages of this feature are significant. No micromanagement necessary, because you can dedicate separate sticks or cards to different forms of entertainment, like a movie card, a music stick, etc. On top of this, the MobileLite Wireless allows you to significantly expand the amount of space that you happen to have on your device thanks to its acceptance of external hard drives through the USB port. We've plugged in various drives that we've had on hand, ranging from 500GB hard drives to 3TB storage drives, and seen the MobileLite Wireless recognize it without a problem. Plus, since the drive now supports NTFS, FAT, FAT32, and ExFAT formats, it's possible to use this device with even more disks. Clearly, with this amount of space available, you never have to worry about space on your devices again. Just offload them to external storage and save the space for what matters. This clearly stands out in the reader's handling of photos, where users can transfer images on the camera roll or newly taken shots to a USB or an SD card. These photos are immediately accessible to any and all devices that connect to the reader, while also giving you a chance to save the pics to external storage without having to sync your device to a computer and manually back them up. It's an added bonus with the device. Of course, this brings up the key feature of the MobileLite Wireless, which is its performance. Simply put, the reader allows up to 3 separate devices the ability to connect and access separate content found on connected USB and SD cards at the same time. Have you ever been on a road trip with family and had everyone want to watch something completely different? With the MobileLite Wireless Reader, the fights over what's being shown or watched is finally settled, because everyone can choose whatever they want to see. Playback on these devices occurs without lag, and scrubbing forwards or backwards in a video is seamless. Need to share files with coworkers on a business trip? You can easily copy files from a USB stick to an SD card, or share PDFs and images via the drive. Now, much of this is similar to what we showed in the preview video, but one thing that we did note was that connections and streaming was much faster than ever before, clearly showing a bit of refinement in the software and an improvement in the hardware. That means that instead of waiting up to 10 seconds before a movie would start, you only have to wait up to 5. That puts the optimized speeds of the streams akin to that of the Y drive, the previous portable hard drive that Kingston released last year. Similar improvements can be said about the start and the connection speeds, which took on average around 20 seconds instead of the 40 that we noticed with the beta version of the drive. The overall result means that you can access your files faster and enjoy more things sooner. The range and the connectivity of the MobileLite Wireless Reader is rather impressive. We had no problem getting at least 50 feet away from the drive and streaming content to devices without a hitch or a drop at all. That means that you don't always have to be parked next to the product to be able to access your files. However, the reader also one-ups the Kingston Y drive thanks to its ability to create a wireless bridge. This is extremely useful to keep you connected to the web in case you want to pause your movie or music, fire off an email or look up some info, and get back to your entertainment without having to go back to your settings and reconfigure everything. You'd be surprised at how much of a time saver this is. Another thing that stands out is the battery life of the reader. The MobileLite Wireless is rated to get up to 5 hours of life on a single charge, and during our tests, we were able to pull down between 4.5 to 5 hours without fail. But what's notable is the fact that the battery life was consistent regardless of the number of streams running on the device itself. That means if you're using 3 separate devices, we're able to pull down a combined total of about 13.5 and 15 hours overall on a single charge between all 3 products. That's a sizable amount of lifting for something so small. You've even got 2 separate ways to find out how much battery is left on your drive, with changing LED lights on the front and the battery light indicator on the app itself. Even better is the fact that the MobileLite Wireless can be used in a pinch to help recharge your phone. Now granted, you're not going to be able to use the reader to stream content when you're charging your phone, but the fact that you have an option to turn the 1800 mAh battery into a portable battery pack will easily get you out of a jam if you're on the go and you're not near a power outlet. For the $70 price tag, all of these features are a large bonus for the reader. So what didn't work so well with the MobileLite Wireless? There weren't many things that really cropped up in our tests, and what we found were rather minor. We only found a few times where the battery indicator on the app would sometimes state that the charge on the device was full when it was actually running around 50% or less. It's a minor thing, especially since we can read the LED lights on the device itself, but it's a bit odd. Another thing to note is that while copying files from one USB stick or SD card to the other is rather easy to do, it becomes a bit more complicated when you're using an iDevice. Any and all files that you choose to transfer to a phone or a tablet is directly tied to the MobileLite app itself instead of the hard drive of the device. It might not seem like much, especially when you can transfer files so easily from card to card, but you may accidentally start losing storage space on your device because you have some long-forgotten movie or music files padding the app itself. Another issue we noted was tied to Wi-Fi, particularly if you happen to be in a location with a lot of Wi-Fi signals like our office. Now, we still received a strong signal and we could walk away from the drive if we kept it at our desk and we went into a conference room. But signal strength could easily get impacted based on the number of networks in your immediate area, meaning that you might have some hitches or drops in your connection to the reader. What also complicates this is the fact that the reader might attempt to scan the networks and bridge the signal automatically for you, which can sometimes result in the app pausing a stream as it tries to figure out what the device is actually doing. It would be better if there was an actual prompt provided if you wanted to bridge devices to a connection. Running out of storage space on an iDevice used to be a large hassle, but thanks to the Kingston MobileLite Wireless Reader, these issues are a thing of the past. With its ability to swap and insert any USB stick, USB drive, or SD card, you can radically expand the storage of your device. Plus, you can easily stream this content to up to 3 separate devices, each one displaying its own content. Now, there might be some hiccups here or there, but for the price you pay, which is only $70 to vastly expand your storage, it really is a no-brainer if you happen to have an iDevice. For these reasons, we highly recommend the Kingston MobileLite Wireless Reader, which is why we decided to give it a 4.5 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on devices like the Kingston MobileLite Wireless Reader, be sure to check out techbargains.com. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube, and to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.